Hi everyone, welcome back to KWS Patterns. In this tutorial today, I am going to discuss the various types of necklines. And when you are doing anything in fashion or in pattern making, you are working with a body sloper, and you always have to work with the neckline. So this is what the front neckline would look like on a regular sloper, and this is what the back neckline would look like. Now when they're joined together, right, say for instance they're joined together, I'm going to join them together for you. Let's do it this way. So I'm going to join the seams, the seam here, and you'll have this being the front and this being the back. All right, so it's joined at the shoulder. Now the neckline in general, like the front, say for instance if you're dealing with the regular starting out with a regular body sloper, you would start out with a regular neckline that is going to go almost like a jewel neck, a little bit up higher, but this one is just going down maybe a half an inch down below the bone. That would be your jewel neckline. Then you have the scoop neckline. Now the scoop neckline could be bigger or not bigger, but it could be higher. It doesn't necessarily have to be that deep. You could have something that literally, you know, scoop down, yes, but not so low. So you could, it's your preference. All right, it could be high like that or lower. It's up to you if you want to show more cleavage or if you don't want to show more much cleavage. So now the halter neckline is literally goes to the bone there, and it's either tied at the back, right? This is what the halter is, pretty much almost like the following the regular neckline for the regular bodice. You're doing nothing to it. You already have your 1/4 inch seam allowance there, and it ties to the back, or it has a strap at the back that you can close using a hook and eye or using a button and a buttonhole. Now the square neckline is simply as what it says, it's just squaring the front of the neckline there. Then you have the bateau or the boat neckline. Some people call it in different regions of the world a bateau. Some people call it a boat neckline. It's up to you. Some people even spell the word bateau differently, B-A-T-O-U, right? Depending on where you are, your spelling may vary a lot. So what it is about an inch of the shoulder seam right here, or an inch and a half, and you just go in scooping it out a little bit, not too much, and going back to here. So it's like a inch and a half in on your seam allowance on your shoulder. All right, and then you connect to you can have a sleeve there, or you can do sleeveless. Cowl neckline is another one. It drapes down. Some people call it crumb catcher. In some parts of the world, you may call it a crumb catcher, because some people say, oh, it's the one that catches all your crumbs and it all, you know, entangled or is dislodged in the fabric right there. So it's draped down. All right, a lot of draping going on there. All right, and then you have the high neck, which is almost like a turtleneck, but it's not really a turtleneck. Could be a high neck right there, something similar to a turtleneck. Then you have the asymmetric or one shoulder neckline. This is what it looks like. This is one is in lately. You may see a lot of dresses with the asymmetric neckline, and you may see some with just a band without a band for a sleeve, or some with a sleeve and some without a sleeve. It could be strapless, or it could have straps. Now other type of necklines are the plunging neckline here, right? Has a deep plunge. It comes down. That's for those you know, ladies, if you are you have a bigger bust area, you can use an illusion here also. If you don't want it to have that space there, you can have an illusion going across here that you're not going to see because you're doing it skin tone. So you can use that as a neckline for your bodies. Now you have the surplice. It pretty much is what we call a wrap or overlap. And when you have the applies usually come to this side front here, not exactly at the side seam, usually a little bit off away from the side seam, the side front, and it underlap pieces. This is the underlapping piece, okay? So, and this would be like your center front right here. So this would be your center front, okay? You may have wrap dresses that carries this type of neckline. Now you have also the gradation, right, neckline. This is pretty much, you can have two choices. You can have a seam going across here where this is attached to it, or you can have it all in one. It's pretty much this part, which is like I would say a jewel neck, you can say that, or a high neck, and then it's attached to like a neckline for a strapless dress, and it's attached here. So you can have it separate or all in one, your choice. Now you also have the off the shoulder neckline. This is the off the shoulder neckline. You mostly see this. You can see that casual wear, various type of wear. You can have it where you have a seam here also. All right, so it comes in various forms. You can have a seam, you can have a small off the shoulder sleeve thing going on here with a small sleeve, or you can have it a little bit longer. It's your choice. All right, and you could also do one where it's just plain and it's fitting you there, or you can have with elastic. So it's up to you, your preference, and a lot of some gathering going on here to give you extra room in the bust area if you don't want it fitted. So you can have it form fitted, or you can have it with elastic going around the shoulder circumference. Now you will definitely need your shoulder circumference for this type of neckline. You definitely need your shoulder circumference measurement. Okay, that's the measurement around here and going to the back. Now you have the keyhole neckline. It's just having a neckline with a keyhole here. Right here is open. Mostly lined clothes carry this. If you're not lining your clothes, then you can put a bias tape right here to make sure that the sub edge is covered and it have a better finish. All right, and then you have the turtleneck neckline, which I was talking about, which is close to the high neck, similar to the high neck. Difference here, it is longer, it goes higher, and then you can roll it over or drape it down to create that extra fabric being folded along there. That's your turtleneck line. All right, and then not finished, we also have another type of off the shoulder as opposed to this one that I showed you earlier. All right, there's a difference here. So you have another type here. This one is with the V front. All right, it's plunging with the V front here. You can see that on bridal, mostly on bridal wear, or doesn't necessarily have to be bridal wear. It could be a formal wear or a semi-formal dress. All right, and you have the V neckline. It's basically as is stated. When you're doing your V neckline, making the pattern for the V neckline, you have to take out some of the extra piece of fabric here. When you're doing that, you need about take out at least 3/8 to a half inch on either side when you're doing the pattern, just so that you don't have that extra fullness here, which is going to create a pucker there. So you need to lay flat. So take out about distance 3/8 to a half inch. Okay, if you cut doing it on the fold, obviously it's going to be on both sides, and that will give a better fit. Now the illusion, you can see it in a cocktail dress or also on a formal. Normally the illusion, you will have it states the illusion up here, skin tone, stretch material, or it doesn't have to be stretch. It could be an organza, or organza is good. And then you have this sweetheart neckline here, or you could have it just going straight across. It doesn't have to be a sweetheart. You could have it straight across. All right, so it's your preference. Okay, but you have the illusion on the top there from the shoulder. Now this is a sweetheart neckline here that we're just discussing here. Sweetheart neckline, as it's showing. This is a semi sweetheart neckline. It's not as plunging as this one. It's just a little dip. All right, then you have the straight across or the strapless, right? As what I was telling you, you could have this straight across here. Strapless, you can add straps to this. It's up to you, your preference. And the last one is the Queen Anne. The Queen Anne is a combination of the sweetheart, it could be the semi-sweetheart, and then you have that shoulder piece that curves like this, if you notice. All right, you have that shoulder piece that curves there. Could attach as a separate piece here, or you could do it in one, but most time it's better if you have it separate and you have an overlap here. Create an overlap. That would be very, just it's a better fit when you do it that way. All right, so you have this when it hits the neckline a little bit up a little bit, and that's where it is. Okay, so that's it for the different types of necklines. You can go ahead and be creative and make some patterns, and just try it on your own and come up with some design, and you can pass it on, all right, and wear it well. Thank you for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe so others can be knowledgeable, and thank you once again. Bye now.